Hello, so this finally turned up quite recently. Now, you might remember this. This is one Laserpoint Productions donated towards and said, could I get one and do some videos on it? And I said yes, but this was back a couple of months ago. And basically this was a thing that said something like when I ordered it, it could turn up between about December and February. So they were right about December. So it's an MSA Advantage, and this is the model 410. There's the 410 and the 420, but the 420 doesn't actually have anything to do with weed, it's just using proprietary filters. So, or Hitler's birthday actually, for that matter. So, for the 410, it takes RD40 filters, so that was the one I was interested in, as you can see here. So, the reason is, there's not many half face masks, unfortunately, that take 40mm filters, you know. Because 40mm filters are kind of the standard for full face respirators, it's annoying that so many half face respirators have, you know, like brand proprietary filter types. So he wanted me to get this one and do a review of it. I think he said he'd got one as well as the Scott one I'd also reviewed recently. And he thought this one was better, but he wanted to see what I thought. Now, I do think it is better. In this video I'm just going to be talking about this one, but then I'll do a later video where I'll directly compare the two. So, as you can see, it's your pretty standard half-face respirator. The 40mm filter screws into the front. And the nice thing of this, it can support the weight of the sort of full CBRN or ABEC style industrial ones, rather than, you know, just the thinner particulate filters. You've got two XL valves on the side. You've got your head harness, which is slightly adjustable. You've got an interesting system where there's a clip in the middle that you can raise or lower, as you can see, and that's for adjusting the straps. So you've got quite a sturdy thing that holds the straps in place. Then at the rear, you've got, you know, your standard kind of just buckle up rear strap. So let's put the top strap on. I can never remember with these if you meant to do them this way to begin with or the other way, but it doesn't really matter. I've already pre-adjusted the straps. So, there we go. So that's on, pretty simple. Now there's something I really like about this mask, and that is that if I get my glasses, I can, it's a bit awkward, but I can tuck them under here. I can put them on, and now I've pretty much got my glasses sitting on my ear after a little bit of adjustment. There we go. I can see fine through them, it's like looking through them normally, but it doesn't break the seal of the mask. Because if you see, it doesn't really, you know, get in the way there. So that's really good. So obviously no voice diaphragm on here. You might hear a bit of audio coming through the XL valves, but pressure checks will look fine. The weight of the filter is supported completely fine. As you can see, I can do that, no issue. Look from side to side, nod my head up and down. Obviously, like all masks where the filter's attached here, you can't look down further than that, but, you know, that's a limitation of the design of this sort of mask. There's no way they could fix that. And of course, if you really wanted to, you could put a hose on here, I suppose. But yeah, for a half-face mask, very, very good. Probably, I'd say, the best of my half-face respirators, just simply for the reason you can put whatever filter you want on it, which is a massive advantage, because obviously on a lot of these masks you can't. And, you know, it supports the weight quite well of big filters. It's obviously not going to support the weight of a coffee can filter. That would be too heavy. But with sort of filters under 400 grams, like most NBC style filters are, yeah, it seems absolutely fine. It doesn't put much pressure on the head or neck either. The straps and everything are quite comfortable. They're sort of that elasticated nylon-y type stuff, I guess, without looking too closely. The plastic headband doesn't really put too much pressure on the skull, which is nice. And all in all, yeah, it's pretty cool looking. So yeah, it looks cool, it's easy. It's not the easiest mask to adjust the straps, but once you've got them adjusted, you don't need to adjust them again, which is the nice thing. I said it's that bit done with this, where you'd pull that up, you then tighten or loosen each strap as you want to, and then you clasp it back into place. So once you've got the strap sorted for the first time, it actually becomes a really, really good half-face mask. So compared to the 3M ones I've used and the Scott half-face mask, I'd say this is the best of the lot. So as I said, it's the MSA 410, quite an easy name to remember. But yeah, Advantage 400 series, and that's about it. It weirdly came with, like, I guess either a CD or DVD-ROM telling you how to use it, because apparently you need a full tutorial on using a half-face respirator. And it also came with a bag inside, which is one of those bags that also have the instructions on, but I'm just going to personally keep it like this. And it comes in small, medium or large. I ordered a small hoping it would fit me, and it seems to fit me fine. Because I find with most half-face respirators I prefer them smaller than bigger. Just because I find some of the larger ones you have to do up overly tight to get them to sit actually tight enough to your jaw. or, you know, like cheeks to make a good seal. But with small ones, that never seems to be an issue. So yeah, thanks to Laser, and at some point I'll do a comparison between this one and the Scott one, that's a similar mask, and I'd also like to at some point get all my half-face respirators out, put them in one video, and then we can talk about the pros and cons of different designs. But yeah, if you can get one of these without having to wait like a couple of months like I did, it seems the MSA Advantage is really good, but obviously, personally, I'd always go for the one where you can put 40mm filters in, rather than their proprietary ones, because it ends up a lot cheaper, and you can have a lot more choice of obviously what sort of filters you go for. So big thanks to Laser, and yeah, the good news is it's finally turned up and it's a good mask.